All right, so we're diving deep today into the world of independent music artists.
Are we?
Now, we're not just skimming the surface here. We're really trying to figure out what it actually means to be an indie artist today.
Cool.
And we've got some sources that not only define that term,
Okay.
but they also get into some of the real nitty-gritty of what makes them tick.
Yeah.
And some of the challenges that you might not expect.
Right.
I was thinking about this.
Yeah.
I saw this indie band play in this tiny little packed club a few years back.
Yeah.
And the energy was electric.
It is different.
It's definitely different.
Have like a similar experience.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's funny that you mentioned energy because one of the things our sources talk about is this intense creative freedom that indie artists have.
They can experiment with different sounds, blend genres, stay true to their artistic vision without the pressure of a major label, breathing down their neck.
Yeah, it's like having complete control over your canvas.
Exactly.
But, our sources point out that this freedom, it's a double-edged sword.
It is. It is.
Because without that structure and guidance, they have to be so self-motivated and so disciplined.
Oh, yeah.
It's a lot to handle.
Yeah. I mean, imagine the pressure of constantly needing to innovate, stay ahead of the curve, but also manage all the business stuff.
The business side.
Yeah.
And that's something that our sources really get into.
Okay.
This whole concept of ownership, specifically master recordings and publishing rights.
Yeah.
Now, I know those terms can sound a little technical, but stick with me here.
Okay.
They're really important.
Okay.
Master recordings are basically the original recordings of a song and publishing rights. Refer to the composition itself.
Okay.
The lyrics, the melody.
Right.
Indie artists often own both of these.
Yeah.
Which gives them so much control over how their music is used and how they profit from it.
It is a huge difference from artists signed to major labels who often have to give up some or all of those rights.
Yeah.
Indie artists are more like entrepreneurs.
Running their own little
They are.
mini music empires.
Yeah, they are.
Our sources even mention that many of them are self-funded.
Right.
Or they use crowdfunding
Oh, wow.
to get their projects going.
Interesting.
They're hustling,
Yeah,
putting their own money on the line
they are.
for the love of their music.
It's that DIY ethos, right?
It really permeates the whole scene.
It does.
And they're doing all sorts of tasks themselves.
Oh, yeah.
Booking gigs.
Yeah.
Managing social media. Creating marketing materials.
Right.
Negotiating contracts.
Wow.
All of it.
It's like they're a one-man band off stage, too.
It really is.
What do you think, listener?
Yeah.
What skill do you think
Oh, that's a good question.
would be the most challenging in that situation? I mean, I can barely keep up with my own social media, let alone an entire music career.
Yeah, and it's funny you say that because it allows them to build this totally different relationship with fans. There's a sense of authenticity and direct connection that you don't always get with artists who have a huge team behind them.
It's like they're inviting you into their creative world.
Yeah.
And speaking of reaching fans, let's talk about how they get their music out there.
Yeah. How do they do it?
You've probably seen that line.
Distributed by whatever platform name.
Right.
Well, that's where platforms like TuneCore and DistroKid come in.
Okay.
They basically act as like middlemen, helping indie artists get their music onto Spotify, Apple Music, all the major streaming services.
So that's a critical part of what our sources call this grassroots growth. It's all about building a fan base organically through word of mouth, social media buzz, genuine passion for the music.
It's like a ripple effect.
It is.
One fan tells another.
Exactly.
And so on. And that creates this unique kind of community around indie artists.
It does.
Community built on shared discovery and genuine enthusiasm.
Right.
So let's take a step back here. We've unpacked the creative freedom, the ownership, the hustle, the community. It's all part of what makes indie music so special.
It really is.
But here's a thought.
Okay.
for you to chew on.
Right.
Knowing all of this,
Yeah.
how might your actual listening experience
Yeah?
be different when you listen to an indie artist?
That's a great question.
Does their story,
Right.
their journey,
Yeah.
change how their music hits you?
I think there's a depth of appreciation
Yeah.
and connection that comes from understanding the artist's journey.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So go on.
Yeah.
Explore the world of indie music
Yeah.
with these fresh insights.
Check it out.
And maybe you'll find your new favorite artist.
You never know.
Knowing that you're also supporting their hustle
Yeah.
and their dreams.
Their dreams.
You never know what gems you might unearth.
That's right.